Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine, talking about Tennessee veterans and Tennessee State Veteran Homes. I have with us the Commissioner for the Tennessee Department of Veterans Affairs and the Executive Director for the new Tennessee State Veteran Home and all of the homes at Harry's. We're going to show some pictures of the new facility that is just opened up in Clarksville, and kind of walk us through why this is different and what we're seeing.
Okay, this is the outside of the building, and as you can see, it's segmented into blocks. You can see the first one kind of looks like a house, and actually that's what we call them, as houses. That side there with the brick on it, that's the front of one house, and then there's a front on the back of that as well. There's two houses there divided in the middle, about where that peak is at. Past that, there's another house, which is you cannot see, and then we go to the main entrance, which you can see the portico there. There we go. That's a close-up of the front entrance.
Okay, and we'll go through a few more pictures here. All right, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, this is one of the houses. There's 12 residents that live in this house, and if you see the orange couch there right above that, that's one of the resident rooms, one of the patient rooms that they go into. So they all have direct access into that living room area with TV and fireplace. There you go. And on the other side of that fireplace is the dining area. Now the residents can dine right there. It's the other side there. They can dine right there if they want every day, or they can go down to the bistro, which hopefully we'll have a picture of later, and have dinner down there with their friend from another house or with their family. Again, there we go. There's the bistro area, and the concept behind the bistro is kind of like Starbucks or Panera Bread. Inside that glass case, there's going to be pastries, sandwiches,
ice cream.
Ice cream there's an ice cream bay right next to it. Cappuccino machine, which we found a cappuccino is very popular in our facilities, and it's good. There's also soda machines there, and then that door that is open on the left-hand side goes directly back to the main kitchen. We have an industrial level kitchen in the back as well. So they can have dinner here as well.
So it's very interesting. This looks very different than what you would think. Really, you said it was like a nursing home. This does not look like a nursing home.
No, although we are licensed as a nursing home, no. This is more like a resort. That's probably the best way for me to put it. They get literally... the veterans in Tennessee are blessed by the facilities because whatever they want, they get. It's, if they want an egg sandwich at 2 o'clock in the morning, that kitchen there on that facility or in that house, the staff are able to cook right there, make them that sandwich or hamburger or whatever. Or they don't like that, they can travel down to the bistro and get a pastry, and it's a whole different paradigm.
And this design, it's a mandated new design, is that right? Where did that design come from?
The United States Department of Veterans Affairs came up with the concept. Now you can take that design and then personalize it, so we're not exactly using their blueprints, we're using their concept. And so, for example, what we're looking at for Cleveland is going to be the same basic concept. The layout is going to be different because we're adjusting that to the landscape, but also it's going to have more of a lodge type look to it. So each of our homes will still be unique in how it's laid out and the design. Each one is going to be its own personality.
All right, well, this is one aspect of what your department does. And I know sometimes people get your department confused with Veterans Affairs, the VA. Yes. You're different than the VA.
Yes, we are.
Kind of walk us through Tennessee Department of Veterans Affairs. What does it do, and how is it different from the VA? Just kind of give us an overview.
Thank you. And actually, just last July, we changed our name to Tennessee Department of Veterans Services. Number one, to help differentiate between our United States partners, because it is so confusing, but it's also more descriptive about what we do. So the United States Department of Veterans Affairs has the medical clinics, they have the outpatient clinics. They're the ones that decide the disability ratings for the veterans. What we do is we assist our veterans in filing those disability claims and pension requests. We also operate the state veteran cemeteries. We have 4 currently in the state, 2 in Knoxville, 1 in Nashville, and 1 in Memphis. With that, we have pre-registration where they can go online at tn.gov/veteran, pre-register for burial. Our veterans are buried at no cost at our state veteran cemeteries. They're held to the same standard as the national cemeteries, and in fact, they're funded. Both the veterans burials and the construction is funded by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. But we also are focusing on the other needs of our veterans because our younger era is growing at a rapid speed. And we want to make sure that we're addressing their needs both today and for tomorrow. And transitioning from the battlefield back to civilian life can be challenging for some, but we know that the best way to transition these warriors into civilians is to help them with either higher education, with a meaningful quality career, or helping them start a new business. We also want to make sure that they have all the resources that they need in order to do this. So we added to our website nextchaptertn.gov. And we've got veteran education coordinators. We've just hired one in West Tennessee, getting ready to hire one in East and Middle, so we can help these student veterans not just enroll in school, but make sure that they succeed through to graduation. So working with the staff and faculty to make sure that they understand what some of the barriers are and help give them ideas and best practices of things that they can do to assist those student veterans.
And so this is almost an unprecedented time with lots of new veterans coming in. And are we able to meet the need there? And I guess how can people help meet that need, whether it's employers hiring or are we doing a good enough job meeting the need of this new group of veterans that's coming in?
There's some good efforts out there, but I will tell you that our young men and women have put their lives on the line for us, for every single one of us, and for our future generations. And so it's not just that they deserve a good job, it's that they are extremely well qualified between the technical skills, the leadership skills. They've worked as a team. They literally know what it's like to work as a team because their lives depended on it. So what they offer to a workforce is invaluable. And so it's more than just them deserving a job. They, in many cases, are the best candidate for these jobs. And again, you know, in working with the governor and his goals of Drive to 55, we want to make sure that our veterans are a good part of that. A lot of them coming back has the post 9/11 GI Bill, but again, we want to make sure they don't just enroll. We want them to graduate so they can go on and be great contributors to the community like we know that they can and should be.
Let's go to JD. Hello, JD.
Yes.
Hi, go right ahead.
If you're talking 80% disability, that's $525 a month. How much of that do you get to keep?
Now, I know JD's a veteran, but do you understand the question? I think it's a money question.
Does this have to do with being in the home?
Are you talking about being in the home, JD?
Yes.
So in a Tennessee State veteran's home, he's asking, I guess, cost.
Let's use his own personal numbers as an example. You're saying you're an 80% service-connected?
Yes.
Okay. An 80% service-connected veteran comes into our facilities and doesn't pay anything. Any income you have coming to yourself, other than that, continues to come to you. We don't touch it. So it would just continue to be at your availability to spend as you want.
And as Ed mentioned earlier, anything they need, whether it be a toothbrush or deodorant,
Sure.
Everything's going to be provided, and of course their prescriptions are
Everything.
paid for as well.
Wow, okay. All right, does that answer your question, JD?
Yes, sir. Pretty much so. I figure there would be a copay that the people at the home there would take from the disability pay that the veteran was drawing.
You paid your copay during service.
Okay, so
Well,
no copay.
Well stated.
Okay. All right, JD, thank you for that call. I'm sure others benefited from it too. Let's go to Robert. Hello, Robert.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Well, I just want to know what the, well, I read something in the Tennessee newspaper last week about a new home opening up. And that's the one that I'm hearing about. I just want to know what the criteria is to get into one of these homes, or the eligibility.
Okay. All right, we can go over that. Let's keep.
Well, let me just tell you about myself first. I'm 90% service connected. I'm 24 years retired from the military. So I just want to know, I'm a Vietnam vet. I just want to know what the criteria is to me to get in one of these places.
Okay.
The first thing is you have to qualify to be in a nursing home. Then you have to be an honorably discharged veteran, and you have to be related to the state of Tennessee in some aspect or another, whether you were born in Tennessee, whether you entered the service in Tennessee, or if you have a family member who lives in Tennessee. We get this question in Clarksville a lot because of the Kentucky border. You know, what happens with the veterans that are in Kentucky? Or if, and I don't think this is the case here, he's not a spouse of a veteran, he is the veteran, or if a Gold Star parent. So the easiest way to do this, though, and what we recommend to everybody, is just call us. We'll figure it out. Just tell us your situation, we'll figure it out. Don't rule yourself off the list because you look at something and say, you know, I don't fit. You probably do. We just have to figure it out for you.
You just have to figure it out. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll put up the information when you say call us. We'll let you know how to get a hold of you guys. And if you want to call in, there's our number, 615-737-PLUS, 615-737-7587. We'll take a break. Be back right after this.